Yo, what's up? Hi everyone, Tech here. And for today's video, there's a request from one of our loyal subscribers. And because of that, we will be reviewing smartwatches. So we will be comparing the latest smartwatch from Apple, the Apple Watch Series 6, and the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. We will go through their specs, their OS, their storage, their color, their design, their features, and everything. We will run it down for you guys. But before that, for those who doesn't own a smartwatch or doesn't know anything about smartwatches, here's a little introduction. Smartwatches by Lowi.
Hi, I'm here to explain the history of smartwatches. So first and foremost, in 1972, the Hamilton Watch Company and Electro/Data Incorporated developed the first digital watch, an LED prototype named Pulsar. Wrapped in an 18-karat gold, the Pulsar was sold for $2,100. Soon after this, various Japanese companies started experimenting on the way to introduce more content into the watch by allowing the user to input or view additional forms of data. Seiko was one of the very first companies to pioneer in the field. In 1983, they released their famous T001. Also, during the same time, Shigeru released the Data 2000. The watch received its title from the fact that it could store 2,000 characters which could be inputted from an external dock keyboard. And in 1994, the Timex Data Link became the very first watch capable of downloading data from a computer wirelessly. Co-developed with Microsoft, used in technology was indigenous. By illuminating a computer screen with its changing blinking display, it could encode information to transfer which is detected by a sensor embedded inside the watch. Pioneer inventor Steve Mann designed and developed the first Linux smartwatch in 1998. Samsung was one of the very first companies to introduce smartwatches to the Android market for a good reason. The company was actually the first to develop a watch capable of telecommunication back in 1999. So, in the early 2000s, IBM revealed a prototype Linux watch called the Watch 5. Though the original version was somewhat lacking, the company quickly upgraded it. In 2001, the watch had 1.5 an accelerometer, a fingerprint scanner, a vibrating mechanism. Moreover, it ran on Linux 2.2 and had a 320 by 240 QVGA touch-sensitive display, Bluetooth, 8MB of RAM, and 16MB of flash storage. So into the early 2000s, the RISC PDA, despite its name, is actually a revolutionary device that may well be considered an early processor of smartwatches. It was capable of exchanging data with a PC, and it featured a virtual keyboard, a touchscreen, an infrared port, and a tiny stylus so that the user could interact with it more efficiently. In the modern times, in 2004, the Microsoft attempted another foray into the market with the Smart Personal Object Technology, or the smartwatch. The entire project was really a precursor to the wearables and the IoT in an attempt to personalize technology. In 2003, Omate was the first company to design a truly in-depth smartwatch. And so-called the True Smart could make calls, use maps, and take advantage of the Android apps completely independently. Though their Kickstarter campaign was loaded with mistakes and failed promises, it was the beginning of a new era. So that's the quick brief view of the history of smartwatches.
Now that you have an idea about smartwatches, let's get right into the head-on-head battle between the Samsung and Apple smartwatches. Here's Alton to explain their specs.
Hi guys, today we are going to talk about two high-end smartwatches, and these are from Apple and Samsung. We're going to talk about their specs, their features, their battery life, sizes, and colors, everything. We'll start from their prices. Galaxy Watch Active 2 costs $279. It comes with Bluetooth. And $429 it has LTE. While Apple Watch Series 5 costs $399, it has GPS, and $499 it has GPS plus LTE. Now there's a little bit difference when it comes to their pricing. Now let's go to their battery life. For Galaxy Watch Active 2, it lasts 24 to 60 hours depending on workouts and display. Now, I think it's good because you don't have to charge it every day, and yeah, that is if you don't do much work. Now for Apple Watch Series 5, it only lasts up to 18 hours. So it's a little bit of a hassle when you charge it every day, guys, but it's your decision. So for their display size, Galaxy Watch Active 2 in 40 and 44 millimeters, it has 360 by 360 in their display size, while in Apple Watch Series 5 in 40 millimeters, it has a display size of 324 by 394 pixels, and for 44 millimeters, it has 368 by 448 pixels. Now for music storage, for Galaxy Watch Active 2, it has 4 GB of music storage, and for Apple Watch Series 5, it has a rocking 32 GB of music storage. Now that is a big difference, guys. Like imagine, it's like 28 GB of difference with regards to music storage. But for me, I think I'm gonna go with 4 GB because I only play like 20 to 30 songs and repeat them. Well, that's up to you guys. If you have like 1,000 music, 1,000 songs, so you're probably gonna go with Apple on this one. Because for me, what's the use of the remaining storage? It will just be put on the waste.
Now I will be talking about their processors and their operating systems. The Apple S5 is a 64-bit dual-core memory for smartwatches designed by Apple. It has an integrated GPU, 32 GB of flash memory, and a gig of RAM. It also has its other features such as Bluetooth, 2.5 GHz of Wi-Fi, satellite positioning. The Apple S5 runs at 1000 to 1200 MHz and has an age of around 1 year since it was released last year. The Galaxy Active 2 has Exynos 9110 as its processor. It is a year-old processor which was also released later than the Apple S5 last year. It has a stable clock rate of 1150 to 1300 MHz, which is a little bit faster compared to the Apple S5. And it also has its iGPU. Now, the iGPU of the two smartwatches are different. The Apple S5 has its Power VR as an iGPU, which is a integrated graphic unit that runs 600 to 700 MHz, while the Watch Galaxy Active 2 has its ARM Mali T720, which runs a little bit faster than the Apple X5 iGPU at 700 to 800 MHz. Now, you might be saying that 600 to 700 MHz is a little bit slower compared to other graphic units. These iGPUs are intended for smartwatches and not for heavy games. It is possible that you might want to play popular mobile games on your smartwatch like Free Fire, PUBG, Fortnite, and you might be that type of person, but the smartwatches iGPU can't handle. The iGPUs were intended for displays, LED displays, and a little bit of casual gaming. It's not really heavily directed to heavy gaming because it's a smartwatch. The difference of the two iGPUs are very minimal, so you cannot really observe it when you are playing or looking at your smartwatch. Side information, you cannot overclock smartwatches. So if you're planning on having that 100-200 MHz increase of speed of clock rate, you cannot. However, you can flash from smartwatches from what I've known. But it's too risky, and what are you gonna use the flash for? It's a smartwatch. So hi guys, so I noticed while editing na maragluya kayo and pula akong mata. It's because I recorded that mga 7 to 6 a.m. in the morning kanina. So bago akong mata, I just woke up and I decided to record for CCS 6. So sorry if wala ako energy, but I think I did good naman with the explanation, diba? Yeah, so like side note lang. So, yeah, back to the video. Saan yung pag-transition? Now that we talked about their processors and their iGPUs, it's time to know about their operating systems. Apple Watch Series 5 has its watchOS 6.0 as its operating, which includes a lot of new features compared to its predecessor, the Watch Series 4. One of its features is the always-on Retina display, which is also the reason why its battery consumption is very high. It also has its features to monitor your heart rate, which is good for those who are fitness enthusiasts. It also has its MISC features such as the noise sensors, which tells you if it's very loud, the surroundings is very loud or too noisy. The cycle tracking app that tracks your cycle, GPS, being waterproof for 50 meters, which is good. Activity ring that tracks your progress and tells you what you did and what to do. And it's 32 gig memory, which you can store a lot of offline music. But the feature that I like the most in the Apple Watch series is the Apple Watch Series 5 is its fall detection, which detects if you are falling or you are going to an accident, which directly contacts people that you put in your contact list. So that's the features of the watchOS 6.0. Now we will be talking about the Tizen-based wearable 4.0 is a operating system for Galaxy Watch Active. The Tizen also has 4 gig of internal storage and 1.5 gig of RAM. It doesn't really stands out from other smartwatches. It has its basic GPS, heart rate monitoring, music offline storage, and other stuff. It doesn't really stand out that much. But what I do like about the operating systems by Samsung Galaxy is that their compatibility. Apple Watch series smartwatches only works with iPhones. You can't pair it with Androids. However, with Samsung Galaxy Watch Active, you can pair it with both Androids and smartphones. So this compatibility also is one of the reasons why they are very good in the market, along with their battery life, which is much longer than the Apple Watch series watches. Now that we're done, that is the feature specs of the two top ranking smartwatches in the current day. The winner of that head-to-head battle would be the Apple Watch Series 5 with its unique features, its good designs. However, if you are tight in budget, you could always go for the Galaxy Watch Active 2. However, if you have a few extra coins to spend, and by few I mean 100 to 200 bucks, then go for the Apple Series 5. It's worth it. Conclusion: when it comes to smartwatches, Apple really dominates the market, unlike in the PC market where the Apple Mac side. Thank you guys for your time and listening. Hope you learn new things from us. And if you like more of these videos, please comment, like, subscribe. Shout out to our teacher. Hello, ma'am.